Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to take a look at drones planting trees. That's kind of hard to believe, but there's this article that just came out just a few days ago talking about it. Let's dive in and take a look. So in this article by Interesting Engineering, it says here, these drones will plant 1 billion trees in just 8 years. You have the picture of the drones. These workers are probably just the workers that control the drones, right? So in that sweet spot where forestry meets technology, a Toronto-based startup called Flash Forest is employing aerial drones to plant trees 10 times quicker than a single worker planting with shovels, with a goal of planting a full 1 billion trees by 2028. So the company modifies drones to fire rapidly germinating tree seeds into the soil, combining technology, software, and ecological science to outperform traditional tree planting efforts at a time when accelerated global reforestation is much needed. Moreover, this technology does its job at a cost that is 80% cheaper than traditional tree planting methods. So 80%. So they're saying 80% cheaper than traditional methods. So one, it's going to be cheaper. Two, it's going to take jobs away, of course. You've got people who would usually do it by hand to shovel it and get this planted correctly. Not to be too political, but it does take away jobs, but people are getting replaced by machine, right? In this case, they're being replaced by drones. So how does it work? The heavy lift droners are outfitted with a pneumatic firing system which allows them to place the planting poles at the optimal depth into the soil. This allows the team to get into trickier areas where human planters wouldn't be able to enter. Each tree pod is handcrafted, containing at least 3 pre-germinated seeds, mycorrhiza, fertilizers, and some other ingredients loved by plants, which are kept secret by the team. So this kind of shows you a little diagram. This is their secret sauce, the creative ingredient packed pods, right? Then you have the drone, 5 pods into the earth, 1 pod per second. So it fires pods. So fires pods into the earth at 1 pod per second. So the seeds sprout fast. Put our secret sauce to work. So they put a bunch of nutrients into the seeds before it's sprouted in there, right? Then it's followed up to ensure the forest is thriving. So they'll also have some additional drones that would come in. So it's not just one drone just spitting out seeds. It's one drone spitting out the seed. You've got a second drone coming back to make sure it has proper nutrients. Then you have a third drone to make sure that it was done correctly. So it's quite a big task. So here, the process of planning, of course, start at deploying mapping drones. They assess the area. Once ideal places to plant based on the soil and existing plants are identified. So they do use a software. So a swarm of drones begins to drop seed pods with high precision. The pneumatic firing device comes in handy in steep terrain or mangrove forest, enabling the drones to propel seed pods deeper into the soil. So here you can see, like I said before, you've got the multi-spectral mapping drone. You have the spraying drone that's actually going to give some seeding nutrients and continuous support for the first crucial years. And then you have the tree planting drone. So we mount drones with pneumatic firing device and use our software to fire pods into the selected sites. So like they mentioned, they're going to have several phases where the drone just spits out the seed into the soil, into the ground, and then they have a second drone that's going to spray it to get the proper nutrients, and they're going to have the third drone that's actually going to watch it. They're going to make sure that the seeds and the trees are thriving, which they're going to watch throughout the years. Now I was looking at this and just did a quick math. They're saying 1 billion trees in 8 years. So doing the math, that's roughly 342,000 trees per day. And if you divide that even more, that's about 28,000 trees per hour in 8 years. So they're planning to deploy quite a bit of drones to get this done, because that's a lot of trees per hour, right? 28,000 trees per hour, 342,000 trees per day. And they plan to get this all done by 2028. So back to the article. After planting, the team tracks the process and deploys a spraying drone to give nutrients to the seedlings. And another drone is used to keep an eye on the process of the plant's growth. Furthermore, seeds are sprouted before planting, resulting in a more effective growth and robust root system. Now, after the prototype devices were tested, the startup already planted trees throughout Ontario, Canada. The company wants to bring the cost down to as cheap as 50 cents per pod. That's a huge savings, right? So as of 2020, Flash Forest's technology can plant 10,000 to 20,000 seed pods each day. So remember, if they're planning to do 1 billion in 8 years, they're going to have to get quite a big system to get that, because right now they're at 20,000. They're working their way up to 340 some thousand per day of trees, right? And according to the Fast Company, a pair of pilots will be able to plant 100,000 trees daily. So that's, in this article, they don't really talk about how many drones or how many pilots they're going to have, but in this case, it sounds like it's not going to be not a lot of pilots. So it's kind of interesting how they're going to get this done. This is not the only instance of technology being used to look for our forests. Here they're talking about the Wow tribe. So they're saying they're using some sort of drone technology. So what I did was I clicked on that link, and I have it right here. So it's basically an Amazon tribe. This is just kind of what the Amazon tribe is doing. So they're using their drones to watch over the forest. And let's go through this really quickly. This is just the tribe. They're working closely with the NGOs and now the drones to watch over the rainforest because they're afraid of deforestation is occurring, among other illegal action leading to the natural paradise demise. So these tribes depend on the forest as their source of food, homes, and medicine, and so as to save their home and their livelihood from disappearing, they're keeping a close aerial eye on matters. So here's another example. You've got Fast Company using drones to plant billions of trees, and now you've got the Amazon tribe using drones to make sure they control deforestation and keep the illegal people out to protect the forest. From here, it looks like everyone's using drones for fun, to fly, to do cinematography. But now you can see from these articles, they're actually using it to be more productive in things. Some businesses use them now for security, and now the Amazon tribes are actually using it for their security of the rainforest. And of course, now they want to plant 1 billion trees with a drone system in a span of 8 years. That's really a lot of trees in 8 years. It would be really interesting to see what happens in 2028. Hey guys, hope you found that video informative. I'll be posting videos at least twice a week with some video tutorials, some FPV flights, and more information just for you. And also Tuesday nights at 7 o'clock, I'll be having live streams on my YouTube channel. So please do hit the like button, and we'll see you in the next video.